everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. But first of all, let me introduce the sponsor of this video, simplefx.com, which offers Forex and cryptocurrency CFDs trading. You can see this site right now on my screen, and the links to simplefx.com you can find in the description under this video. Okay guys, so we are starting with euro-dollar as usual. This is a bigger picture again for our chart, which would be a bit more visible to understand what happened. Remember, we were right here. Previous week we stopped here and I was telling you that this was my looking for the entry points around this area, and it's exactly see what happened. The market went up, except it happened on Monday, so it was a little bit earlier. I would love usually to wait for at least the next day, Tuesday, but in this situation I decided I actually went into buy when it's broke this level. Okay, so I waited for it to break. When it started to move very fast, you can go back on the smaller chart. I just don't want to spend time to look and show you on the smaller charts, but you know that it would go into 1 hour, 30-minute chart, 15-minute chart. You'll see that's all moved, and when it's broke this level, so I bought. Then we had slowing down and stopped around this area, which also like I was telling you, if we will break this area, I would wait for slowing down somewhere around this area in the middle, because it's, again, remember, between these two levels would have been about the same distance, and this is exactly what happened. The market stopped in this area, gave me a bit of consolidation, and I was placing orders again, and I got the sell order, and that's all. I had all the trades for euro-dollar this week, so pretty much we came back inside our pattern, which is pennant. Okay, so this is pretty much what I expected from this week. Not a lot of movement, so it's just down into the pennant. And what's next? So we are back in the same situation. Okay, so we don't know where the market will go. Okay, so from here again it can still go back up. We still have the level which wasn't broken this week, and we still can go down, which is, that would be another level. So we had this week is a bit slower because it's the Easter weekend, so next week probably it will go back as usual, well, except I think it is a bank holiday in England, so it could be on Monday, slow Monday. So, but looking at a main picture, let's say what I'm going to wait for in this situation. So we're still in pennant, right? You understand that? So both directions again market can go, and on the smaller charts I'm going, because this is where I'm looking at. What I'm going to do from here, I'm going to wait for market, of course, to go either around this level, okay, and give me some consolidation in here, or go down between these two levels, or some around this area. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly, maybe a little bit higher, maybe between these two levels. So that means it will give me entry points again. So you see, because if something around this area, I have, you see, about 40 pips up, and maybe even continue, right, go up again. So it could possibly be so. And also I have from this area go back down, you see, about also 50, 60 pips. So I have again, if it will stop around here, will be in the middle between these two levels, so which I can go for trades. And of course, if it will go like down to this area again, it will be in the middle, which is the same, like back to here about 60, 50 pips, and down to here also about 70, maybe even 400 pips. So you can see right now it's not very hard to understand. So it can be any of this. I mean, right now, if it will do something in the middle, I wouldn't go for it, like I'm saying, either to this area or to that area. So this is where I will be looking at. And of course, if there will be jumps, then I will be looking again the same at this level. And if it will go down, then I will be looking at slowing down, well, maybe between these two levels, something around here in the middle. So it depends. But the first thing first, we're looking inside this one, which is, again, I'm saying it might go a little bit and continue narrowing between them. But like I'm saying, if it will get in here, there would be enough to get in here, and then from there down there. So, but then if it, of course, if it will maybe continue narrowing down, then of course I would look at getting closer to narrowing, and depends how low it will go. Maybe, like, you know, moving a little bit this level, just a little bit adjusted. But right now I'm just going to leave it as this. So but I'm not sure if it will do something like this, go right into this corner. Usually it's too much, I think, for that to get right into there, unless it will be preparing for some news or anything. So, well, of course there will be some news next week, so always check your calendar. but this is what I'm looking for. The first, either go into this area or go into that area. Okay, so this is what I will be looking for, euro dollar, my entry points. So pound dollar is also as pretty much expected. In some way, look here, we were right. And this is where I draw that level where I told you I will be placing the buy orders from that level, sell orders from this level possibly. And again, this happened on Monday. I did that. I placed 2 orders, which, like I'm saying, it's a little bit riskier, but I still wanted to do that. So this is where I bought because it was in my area. And then again in the middle, remember I was telling you, if it will get up, then I will be looking somewhere in the middle between this level, possibly that or that level. So it's between these 2 levels, again, quite in the middle, right? So the same distance down. So this is where I was placing my orders again, buy and sell, pending orders. Remember, guys, pending orders, buy and sell, a little bit distance, 20 something pips. It doesn't have to be exactly 20, but it's usually more than 20. I mean, like at least 20 pips, so maybe plus minus 21. So the same here, about 20 pips below. So, and all the way down to this area, and then it went up. I didn't go for any more trades, unfortunately, which I could have really go in here, because look how it gave a little bit of slowing down, but didn't give me a proper like this channel, which I do really like to. Okay, so I like to wait for these more horizontal ones, but this one was a little bit a bit of a correction kind of, so I could have go for it when it started to break. And so just trying to point out, when you can look at this crossing the levels, this could be a good indications where you get it could break it and go with whatever direction it is going. So like here it was broke and go down. Okay, so what I'm waiting now for is, well, as usual thing, let's go just in the 4-hour chart again, so it would be better picture for you to see the main levels I'm looking for. Of course, from here, with the opening market, you'll see I'm expecting either continue a little bit down, so maybe to come back to this level a little bit, to give me some here. So this will be one of my entry, looking for entry points. So of course, sell orders, pending orders, okay, and it will give a little bit of consolidation, then buy orders. So I mean, they can also go down and give me maybe like a pattern again, right? So maybe double head, triangle, little, something little on the smaller charts, right? So not on the bigger chart, because on the bigger we already have a huge picture, but on the smaller charts it could be smaller little patterns. Okay, at the same time from here I might expect is a bit of the correction, because we did have a bit, well, we dropped, corrected, dropped, and there is no correction. So okay, so you see we'll have a little bit here, as I'm saying, it might touch this, and well, might touch this and come back and give a bit, or maybe it will just turn around and do have a bit of maybe consolidation or something, maybe go back inside between the levels. So this is where we can have a bit of the closer look. So you see if it will go back up, right? So I would prefer, if it will go back up, then do have consolidate a little bit narrower between these 2 levels possibly, okay? Because once again, or maybe something like something in the middle, because again from that it would be the same distance again, you see, to this level, okay, and from here the same distance to this level. That's why if it will go, then a bit of consolidation, something around using that level more, okay? So well, between these 2 would have been perfect, but you see it's not always as perfect as it could be. Something like this, you see, like quite perfect at one level. So if it will go and will slow down here, would be really nice. So this is what I'm looking for pound, and of course again back to maybe to this area again, or here and going down, and then something in the middle again, just like that one. So all you can see about is exactly the same level, so staying in play. So let's go in a bigger picture. So what I'm going to show you here, so what we see like in a long term. So for example, if we will not, you see from here, like for example, if we will not go anywhere high, then I would be waiting for it, like you see, like I'm saying, if it will go back down to this, so I would be more towards it continue the way down, because here, as we do have this stop, and like I'm saying, if it will not break this and it will not go back up, like let's say next week, but continue the way down, then I will be expecting that to go to the target area here, because look at this, we have also that level. Okay, so it's pretty much is crossing with this level, okay, at the uptrend channel. So then I would use this level to move it. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So to move it down here, and this is going to be my, again, on the bigger picture, looking as a triangle. Okay, so as what you can see here, it's not really good, but with these other levels I have, so it's maybe weekly would be a bit better. So, okay, now, well, I mean, it's a little bit messy here, but you know what I'm trying to say, okay? So, like that. So, maybe this, you see, we have one top and we have second top. So, this is bottom. So, this is more looking that we might go towards this area and it will still shoot back up to giving us the second bottom, okay? So, this is, at this moment, this is what that looking like. So, it does look like I was telling you, maybe it will give like a double top, which right now does look like maybe it's a little bit double top, but at the same time, it might be a bit of a triangle, which is still all right, showing more towards going down here. And if it is triangle, will not break it, which I probably expect it might be a bit messy in this area, but giving us the bottom. And then we will be looking at this more already, like thinking it might finally break it, okay, and continue the way up. Okay, but at the same time, I may go back. But this is talking a little bit too further. So this is the area looking like a bit of a triangle. So just trying to say, when the market, if the market will go down, then possibly in here, I mean, again, in here, it might break, because don't forget about this bottom. You see, it might be something like that, okay? I don't want to do this right now. So it could be like a false breakout or breakout to that point, okay? Which is still going to lead us to a triangle, okay? Just maybe not using this level. So I don't know if it will or not. But this, when it get to that, like I'm saying, this could be looking more towards it is the second bottom, okay? But the second bottom also could be here. So be careful. I mean, because it's after the holidays, like I'm saying, Monday might be a little bit going to be slow, but maybe the next days, is after holidays, it could be good moves. You know, the people coming back and they want to get into the trades, get more money, so and get more greedy. So it depends. So I'm leaving it here for now. Just bear in mind all these levels. What if something is going to happen like that? Right now with this one, I'm still going to leave it straight, okay? So just because it's still here, we don't know. It still might go back and go a bit not as a triangle, right? Go its way, trying to get the other way. Okay, so that's why I'm leaving it here. So on the smaller chart, you know, okay, so I pointed out, you know what to look at. So now we're going to dollar yen. And so, well, okay, let's see, dollar yen, again, the entry area was correct as usual, but again, the movement happened on Monday. Well, except it did happen quite at pretty much, well, Asian session or something, so it was like quite in the evening or before the Asian session. So for me, it was a little bit early again, but you see, it's exactly again the correct entry point was where I was looking to buy either from this level or sell from that level. Okay, a little bit lower, a little bit higher. So, well, I decided not to go for it anyway. So I had the other trades, you see, running at that point. So, well, it's broke and went up, as you can see, and what I've just drawn that new level. It wasn't there before. This I'm just using. You see, previously we had it here, so I put it back. So I had this bottom, and then I had a bit of the messy around here again and here. So this is I'm looking at now is it went up quite a lot, and then give us a little bit looking like a flag. Okay, so the flag pattern, which means it looks like a bullish flag, so we can continue the way up. Okay, so this what can happen. But well, I mean, it didn't break after it's created. It's right now we're in here. So well, that could have been just testing the area, you know, getting stronger. Maybe it will go up. Well, will not continue the way down, which is I'm still kind of looking towards this area, okay, this level is creating another bottom for the triangle on the bigger picture, okay. So, but like I'm saying, it might not happen straight away, maybe a little bit later. Well, maybe the market decide to do a different way, okay, so might go. So for the smaller trades, again, where to look for entry points if possible to go for something in this. So you can see in with the opening the market, what can happen is that it can continue, can go up straight away, but like I'm saying, this is going to be a bit risky, you know, to jump into like buy trades or anything, because look, it's like it's been consolidating on Friday, like really getting really slow. Well, obviously because like a holiday, I'm saying. So for me, it would be better if it just would continue maybe around this area, okay, around this level, maybe just give a bit of consolidation around here, maybe a little bit lower, and here, like, I mean, if I will draw it still down here a little bit. I mean, it started to break it a bit, but it's not as symmetrical as it would be this way. So if it will go down here, maybe we'll start to consolidate around here, maybe given a little bit, come out a little bit from that, like, you know, is usual my straight channel, horizontal, like it did here, so a little bit here. So then I would be looking for placing the order sell again, right? Because good distance to the next level, and buy at the same time and see if it can stop around this area. Okay, so it's probably about 70 something pips if it will go. You see, well, depends if it will go somewhere around here. Let's say, you see it's about, yeah, you see it's about 80 pips up and probably about the same to the next level. So again, you see, so something in the middle, as I'm saying, something in the middle. If it will not jump up or will not jump down straight away, so this I will be looking. This is my would be the first looking for entry point is consolidation a little bit more around this area. Okay, so, and of course if it will continue, let's say go up, then see around this area. Okay, will it break it? So maybe like draw a level here, because we have top here, we had tops here a little bit there, and those little ones. Okay, I'm not going to draw it right now because right now it's still here. So if it will get, then just use that, and then any consolidation around that again, and either continue the way up to the next level or going down again back here or even to that level. So this is how I'm going to look into dollar yen for next week, expecting it to movements around here. Okay, well, unless they're big news and they might even continue higher or going low, but you can see obviously from here to that one, something in the middle can be from here down there, also something in the middle, any slowing down. Okay, so anything like that. So this is dollar yen. Now Australian dollar. Well, Australian dollar is been a little bit messy, let's say. I mean, again, from here, just as expected, come to this level, didn't break it, but didn't give me anything reasonable around here, okay? So I didn't want to go for it. I mean, you go on a smaller chart, again, you see there is no consolidation, nothing. It just went up. You see straight away, like I'm saying, I don't use this kind of strategies like, you know, like sell straight away from it. I do need a bit of the confirmation consolidation. So, and it just went down straight away back to this level, and again it gave me absolutely nothing. So that's why I didn't go for any trades in this pair, looking for a little bit more. So now we're kind of, you see, I have this little level, so we're around this area. Well, to be honest, at this moment, of course, I would expect is we're in a downtrend channel, and possibly, just like many others would expect it, a bit of the correction. So the uptrend inside this downtrend channel, okay, like it, well, has to do usually, right? So something like this, but when it's going to do that? So maybe a little bit more consolidation. So I probably would look around this area, like I'm saying, but we have a lot of levels around here. So you see the market can drop right here because, well, I mean, you see, right, what we had before, just look in the previous, before like that big movement up, right, we had a drop, but we are right now in this area, like about the same area as this one. And you can see after small consolidation around here, it had more drops down, okay, and even more before it started to have a recovery. So this could be like the same situation right now. You see, we're like from the big ones, we are narrowing, and like really narrowing. So from here, possibly could be expected to drop, right, break all of these, maybe, and then maybe a bit of consolidation coming back, and then start a recovery. Okay, so I don't ignore this thing. So this could be, but how to look at it on the smaller charts, to be honest, because there is so many levels I have around here, I'm not sure if I will be going for it, because the distances are not even that huge, you know, to take a risk. So let's say if it will go between these two, and so what I would have from here is it's about only 40 pips, possibly, well, I mean, it could be 60, but you see it could be stopped in any of them, could be false breakouts and jump back. So I'm not sure if I would want to do that. If like I'm saying, well, from this level, of course, up would have been much better, because we do have a bit more distance here. It's 80 pips, you see, and of course like 100 and something pips. That's why I'm saying it depends again what the news are going to be. There will be news, and just to see how the market will prepare maybe for the news event. So with the Monday, like I'm saying, the Monday opening, even if it will do something like in the middle, start to like sit around this level, like you see, like it doing. Again, you see here we only have 20, 30 pips, 40 pips. Well, again, I mean, it can go to 70 pips, but I think there could be a bit better options with the other pairs than with Australian right now. So that's what I'm saying. Of course, if it will go down, then I probably would be more looking at going into the trades when it will get to this area, okay, any of those levels maybe. And well, just looking a bit more on a bigger chart. You see on a small chart there was absolutely nothing there this week, well, for me anyway, the way I like it to see it. So maybe I'll just wait a little bit more for it to, if it will go, for example, back to this level again, then I would definitely look for any consolidation, because it will be again about the same area going, continue with our correction, you know, and at the same time, I mean, it can go back down again, of course, but it's been there twice again, so I think if it might go this time, then maybe that time it will just will do a correction, but and then something around this area like here, and then expecting it to either continue the way down or breaking it. Okay, so it could be, but maybe a little bit too early, because you can see it's pretty much looking like it wanted to do what it was did previously. So that's what I'm saying. This moment I don't see really good entry point at that moment as for me. I mean, yeah, it's like I'm saying, it is getting between, but this is very wide. Okay, so if you're just using this, it's very wide, that channel, and it's not as nice. I don't really like it when it's like this. It's a bit narrowing like that. So but I mean, okay, this area could be well, this movement's well around this area, so I don't know. We'll see what's gonna happen, but right now it's nothing really for me, like at that point, like looking at the beginning of the week. So I need just to see what's gonna happen a little bit more. Like I'm saying, maybe it will go and concentrate like between these two, well, then in this area, so that it would be a little bit more from here down to there and going back up, so maybe a little bit further down, so then I would be looking at it a bit closer. Okay, so now going to dollar CAD. Also, dollar CAD was really messy this week. So here you see, I was looking at possibly maybe looking, it was giving like a little pennant, but it did broke here and went up and down again, so it didn't create a shoulder. Okay, so I was expecting it to give a shoulder, and either like will go something down there, so I could be looking for sell, but at that point it was nothing, giving nothing, so I didn't place any orders, and I didn't go and create a shoulder. So for this week, again, will be Canadian news. Okay, will be American news, it will be Canadian news, so maybe it will be some movements finally. And so what I can see, of course, at that moment I'm expect either to go and create a shoulder, okay, or go down and consolidate around here. So what I'm looking at that point, you see, I just before that, you know, maybe to go, so it possibly could be like a pennant again. Well, maybe leaving triangle, have 1, 2, and 1 and 2. Okay, 2 tops, 2 bottoms. So maybe if it will narrowing down, you see between this level and that level, there still could be a possibility to go for trade. Okay, we do have again pretty much a the same distance. We got 60 and about, well, plus minus from I see about 20 is about 60 roughly pips both directions. Okay, so if this, I will probably leave it like that. If it will consolidate, for again, I would rather prefer opening of the market Monday and before Tuesday. Then I will be looking for placing the trades. Okay, so this will be my entry points. Okay, first entry points, and then of course, if it will jump here, it could possibly again not give me anything here, but just drop straight away, because it does look like head and shoulders. Okay, the pattern, and it does we're expecting a good news for Canadian. Okay, so that's why it's pretty much easy, could be just drop straight away. Of course, with maybe some false breakouts, well, who knows, but maybe it will give a third top. Okay, so it could be three waves, 1, 2, and 3. So that's why I would be, so that's again, so this is the first entry point. Okay, looking at, see if it will go in here, narrowing down. Well, I mean, maybe it will not, so then I will ignore these levels and I'll just wait, go to this area, give me a bit of consolidation, or go down to this area and give me a bit of consolidation. Okay, and of course, if it will break down, finally something in the middle, slowing down, any consolidation in the middle, and then possibly continue the way down. Okay, well, at the same time, of course, it could be a bit of a correction and go back to this level, so it depends. And the same from here, if it will be something, it will go up, then of course, going from this consolidation, if it will be something going back to this area, just like it was there before, see, and then do any consolidation around this level. That's it, quite easy to look for dollar Canadian trades. So now euro pound, as I was saying, I wasn't going to go for anything as it looks like a bit messy again. Yeah, see, it went up around this level, went up a little bit down, and now it's doing the same, like, you know, messing around, like I'm saying, expecting messing around between these levels. Depends how euro and pound, kind of what's going to happen to any news for either of them, but right now it's like you saw they're moving about the same direction with small differences, right? Euro a bit stronger, pound is a little bit weaker. Next week could be different picture. So I wouldn't probably go again for anything because, like I'm saying, I prefer it to go either to one important level or to the other important level. Okay, so and then give something. But if, for example, maybe to look for some trades with that, so then I would expect this more looking like we had a drop, and of course expecting to go back up, but it might not be straight away. Okay, the correction, right, to this level. So maybe before that it will go a little bit higher to this level, or maybe even to that, and then it will drop down. Like I'm saying, this, I don't think it's worth of playing around this because it's like about 30-40 pips distances between them. But if looking like you see like this, so if it will go, for example, like that, get to that, like slowly moving. So here you see you're gonna have your flag pattern. So from that level you can place, well, possibly maybe like some pending orders to sell. Okay, but like I'm saying, you see it could be stopped just by that level. That's why I see this is a little bit dangerous, but maybe it will continue its way. Just depends how strong euro pound will be. Okay, so that's what you need to look at. And again, using this level, I mean, this is in FIBA, you probably draw, it's about 50. Then from that also could place the pending orders to buy. But again, it's this little level, which is not too much. That's why I don't know, like I wouldn't go for it. But these are the entry points it could possibly be, maybe. Okay, but I would just wait for it again to go either to that level or to that level. So first, okay. So that's all for euro pound for me. Gold, okay. So gold had a very good trade also because look at that. This is what I was expecting. Remember, I was telling you we were here, and I was telling I would wait for a few days, give me a little bit better confirmation of what it wants to do, and it gave exactly everything what you need. Look, see, first it went. Remember, I told you looking for something like this, like a little flag, right? It went, it gave a little flag, but again, it was only on Monday. Like I'm saying, usually gold moves on Mondays quite well. You see, it did, but because of that other level, I wanted to wait a little bit longer because look at this. I mean, yeah, obviously, I was looking at this area just like I was showing it to you a while ago and telling you that gold looks like copying quite well the previous movements, and this is exactly what it did. Look at that. So it went and gave me a little bit of shoulder, so that's what I was expecting, except, well, okay, it was a little bit lower, here it was a little bit higher, doesn't matter, right? It still gave something similar, and then it gave that head, that's what I was waiting. So a head, well, of course, I could have like tried to sell from here straight away, but I just wanted to have a bit more confirmation, so something like this, you see, it went down, like I was telling you, I would rather wait, give me like this double top, or you see double top or head and shoulder, and then I would wait for anything around this area, and that's exactly what happened previously, and this is where I was selling. Okay, so this is where I was selling because that was a good confirmation. First it broke it a little bit, then came back and continued the way down. So this was absolutely perfect, and I pointed out it last week for you guys. So that was really a good trade. As expected, another top and another top, and we have head and shoulders. I mean, okay, the shoulders are not as good, but it's exactly pretty much copied as the previous week, weeks. Okay, so you see that's great. So now what to do, right? We're right here, and what it's going to do is it's going to do exactly the same as it did last time. Once again, this is going to be too predictable, like I'm saying. It's like really like too much for gold. I think it can't be really that predictable, but who knows? Of course, in here, after such a big drop, it's like what about 300 pips or something drop without a correction. Of course, the first thing comes to your head is it has to be a correction. Okay, so it has to go up a bit before a possible continuation the way down. So in this, what I'm doing is, of course, I'm waiting for some consolidations. They started consolidate again. Of course, again on Monday. I don't know how slow Monday is going to be because the bank holiday in England, but it's not a holiday in America, I believe. So, and after the holidays, maybe it will have a strong movement, okay? But again, will it actually go up or will it go down? I would still would love to see, even like you see before the European session first, right? When the market opens, let's see how it will consolidate a bit before European session. Maybe, like I'm saying, it ain't going to be any movements, but before the American session, okay? What is it going to do, where it's going to be, because it might break a little bit down a bit more again and then come back. So before the American session probably would be better. If for me anyway, like I'm saying, guys, so first, just in case European, just to see what's going to happen, and then American session. So I'm going to see, for me, it would be American session to look in if it will be consolidation, and I will be buying, like I will be drawing this level here. So like you see, like expecting something similar to the situation. You see, we've been here before. We're just a little bit lower, which is okay because we were a bit higher before. That's why we're a little bit lower than that. Before you see, we had a bit head and shoulders. So that's something. It might not be a straight movement up or something like a correction. Maybe it will have a bit longer, but we'll see what is going to be looking like. So let's just go on a smaller chart. I think it'll be a bit a better view. You see, we already started a little bit of slowing down. So I will probably use that top. Okay, so draw it like this and a little bit low to this. I mean, again, it's going to be quite wide, very wide area. So bear in mind, it's gold, like you see here, was also very wide, right? And so then I'll be looking at to possibly placing the orders to buy, to wait for a bit of the correction. You never know, maybe it will even go back up, who knows, right? But the next stopping point from here, for example, right, it would be up about this area. So we have about 80 pips, right? So if it's going to be a bit of correction, well, also you can use FIBA levels. I think about this area we're going to have, maybe it's 32. Okay, so well, just use that. Don't want to draw too much because it's going to be a little bit too much. 38, I mean, like 38.2. Okay, so we do have 38.2 level. So you see if it will break up and maybe it'll go just 38.2, or maybe it'll go 50. You never know, it might even go high and have a bit of correction more, and then it will drop again. So, but maybe it will continue way up, who knows. But at this moment, if we were looking at the previous picture, that's what was happening before. So this quite possibly be the same, and then it might continue the way down again. But like I'm saying, you never know. Maybe if you will not break it and then it go up back even higher than those levels, break them up and then go back to this area, then who knows, maybe it will even break further. But you need the really strong, very weak news for American dollar, okay? So will it happen? Well, we'll see. But right now, this is the area, okay? We're starting with this, like I'm saying, either correction going up or just like gold can be. You see, like gold can go a long way without correction. So, or we can go down and we'll have another possibly bottom, or maybe even going further. So it depends what the news, American news, are going to bring us. Okay, so but this is the first entry point to look at. That's it, area. So pound yen. Okay, so for pound yen, guys, again, remember this area was a good point, but the movements happened again straight away on Monday. So this is the big chart. You will see there was no consolidation, but we had a little bit double bottom, which I was actually telling you about, that we had a bit of already, and then maybe it will be a double bottom. But I mean, like for me, I would rather again if it would be a little bit Monday and then go into the placing the trades on Tuesday. But like I'm saying, you see sometimes on Mondays it could be movements, but the entry point was a good one. Okay, so the pointing out was really nice area. Okay, so and it did exactly as expected, went up and reached our shoulder area or neck area. Okay, we have shoulder, head, and as expected shoulder area is here. So and what is now, for example, I would look at is we are right here, and for me again, for me the best would be if that will break a little bit and go to here, okay, and stay between these two levels. Okay, so maybe like a little bit of that zone. Again, it's a 4-hour chart. Go on a smaller. Okay, and the smaller it would be a bit clearer picture. So break, like I'm saying again, Monday, maybe open the market Monday, Tuesday, something around here. Then I would use these two levels. Okay, one level is to buy again. Okay, because you will see why I'm saying that would be better, because from here we have 100 pips up, and of course we have enough space go down. But if it will go down, do not forget about that, okay, that bottom, so about 70 pips down, right? So about 70 pips down, and then of course it can go all the way up to 200. But of course, remember always, it could, if they're slowing down a bit of corrections, consolidations, do not forget about. So that would be better. This would be for me. I would be looking for between these two. Okay, maybe a little bit lower. Okay, a little bit lower from that. Maybe, but a bit closer to that. Maybe a little bit higher, but this area. Okay, so that would be better. Because if it will have to consolidate, which more likely, if it will from here, more likely that many people can just like started to buy again, because you see we are in uptrend channel. And then quite a lot of people don't wait for any consolidation. Wherever it touches, they will buy straight away. So yeah, of course, it can push the price up straight away. So, but if it will say consolidate around here, then you can see that the danger of here, if it will start to break it, it could be stopped by this level, which is only about 40 pips. You see, like it was here, it was stopping. And well, I mean, it can break a bit more, but it depends. If you are looking at it, you want to go for something like that. But if, for example, if it will consolidate around this level, then I would wait a little bit longer, for a bit more, few days, and to see if it will stay in it. You see, like something, maybe it will have like started to do the channel, okay, something like that, and narrowing from here. Maybe like it will come out a little bit, maybe, you know, like doing something like this, like from here, moving something like that. Then it's still going to be like not too bad, but still better inside it, like I'm saying. Then a little bit closer, then you can use this level to sell, and then it would be not bad distance to that level. And of course, from that area up to here, still not that bad distance, because I mean, it can be stopped by this level. You see, it did ignore it a few times, but also it was stopped by that level previously. So, and of course, well, from here maybe a bit of, and going back to the neck area. Okay, so this is what this is how I would do. I mean, right now, you see here, it was really nice. It was right between the levels wanted, but right now it's there is nothing for me at that point. You see, it's nothing here, so you need a bit more, like I'm saying. Maybe either go to this area, stay between these, maybe slowing down a little bit, correcting around this level, and then close a little bit higher, and then you have that, and then go back to here, or going back to this level and going down. So this is at that point, I mean, okay, like I'm saying again, you see, you have the head and shoulders, well, shoulder and head and now shoulder, which, like I'm saying, it still could be in here before it will try to break it, and keep going as the pattern. Still have time. I mean, still it can a little bit narrowing in here, like go as a pennant. You see, like on the bigger picture, let's say, might go as a pennant before it will try to break it and continue, like, let's say, like here, at least it would be a halfway through of the pattern. Okay, so I would see it more like towards, if it will just do it like that, and then sometime in the future, a little bit in a few days, maybe, like, I don't know, because you see it's a 4-hour chart, a little bit further, and then it would be more, this is more looking to me picture, okay, is a head and shoulders working out using these levels. So, and of course, if it will drop, then using all the same levels, and between them is lots of distances. Okay, we have this low and that low, or in the middle again, see between, so it would be the same, pretty much about the same distances and pips between the levels. So that's my view on the market for this coming week. I wish you all happy trading. Everybody who celebrates Easter this weekend, I wish you a happy Easter, and I see you, I'll talk to you next week. Bye everyone.